Hello, I'm Jeff Gold, and welcome to this very special Maverick Minute. Today I have the pleasure of being joined by Ms. Aya Yousuf, and Aya, as you probably know, is not only the president of our student government, but is our student regent, and thank you so much for being with us today. Now we're going to do something totally different, and what we're going to do is we're going to switch roles. So I'm not going to interview Aya, but Aya is going to interview me. And hopefully we'll spend some time and talk about the new academic year, and we'll talk about the excitement on campus, and maybe even spend a few minutes talking about the upcoming investiture ceremony. So Aya, it's all yours.
Oh, well, thank you for having us and thank you for joining us. I'm a little curious about what an investiture means. I'll be completely honest, when I first got the initial email about an investiture ceremony, I wasn't sure what that means. So would you be able to talk a little bit about what that means?
So I'm sure you're not the only one that's either not familiar with the term investiture or didn't know what it meant. So an investiture is part of the academic life cycle of great universities. And that's the process by which certain leaders, think presidents, chancellors, others, are put into their office. It is when they are invested technically with the authority to be the academic leader of the campus. It really dates back hundreds of years to a time when the leader of the organization, the president, etc., handed the degrees out, which I did, and the question was, where did that authority come from? So you'll recall at our commencement ceremonies, and I've said this so many times, the line goes by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the state of Nebraska. I hereby confer upon you the degree of, fill in the blank, of course, basket weaving, donut homemaking, whatever. But where does that authority come from? It comes from the Board of Regents. And so the Board of Regents, in the process of investiture, formally and ceremonially delivers that authority. And so what we do is we turn it into an event. And so there will actually be a moment when the Board of Regents chair will place a medallion around my neck and formally invest me. Now that's totally different than the action of the Board of Regents to decide to identify a new leader. As you well recall, it was not too long ago that Dr. Susan Fritz was invested formally as the interim president. Again, she was invested with the authority to act in the role as the president of the University of Nebraska for an interim.
Awesome.
So does that help?
Yes, that definitely helps. Thank you. What is the theme of the ceremony?
The ceremony has got many themes, but the one that I am most excited about has to do with our access programs and our excellence programs, our empowerment programs. We are a public metropolitan university, and our communications team has developed an excellent set of documents, talking points, but mostly embody what we do for our students. And as you know, we have a very diverse student body. We have a lot of first-generation students, etc. And what we're really trying to do here is to provide not only for the future workforce of our community, which is important for economic development and the quality of life, but to give access to a broad and diverse community of students, staff, and faculty members as, if you will, an academic home. And so we not only want to produce that access, but we're interested in what that means to the excellence as well. Excellence in our teaching programs, excellence in our research programs, excellence in our community engagement programs. So when you add all that together, that has been the theme of what embodies the role, the mission, if you will, of UNO as a public metropolitan Carnegie Research University. And I thought it was very appropriate to accept that and build upon that as the theme for the investiture. So in my remarks, and I know in the remarks that our keynote speaker, Chuck Hagel, are going to share, they're going to resonate directly to that theme.
That's very exciting. What are you most looking forward to the ceremony? And with the start of the new year, we're kicking off the semester with this very awesome and exciting ceremony. So what are you most looking forward to?
Well, the ceremony serves many different purposes. Certainly, of course, it's got its formal Board of Regents role, but that could happen quietly in somebody's office with no notoriety to it at all. One photo, and the investiture, quote unquote, is done. But what I'm really looking forward to, much more than that, is pulling our community together, coming to the UNO campus, coming to the Strauss Center, and first letting people see the great university and the beautiful venues that we have here, and letting them learn and hear and experience some of the excellence here at UNO. You know, one of the things that we're working on very carefully and that we're going to distribute at the time of the investiture ceremony is a take-home pamphlet, a nice little glossy pamphlet that will have photographs and descriptions of some of the really excellent programs that are going on in arts and sciences and in business and in our arts and our performance programs and on and on and on widely across the campus, everything from our athletics to our sciences and everything in between. So to me, this is really an opportunity to showcase on a community level, and there'll be a lot of guests here from across the country as well, so to showcase on a national level UNO's appropriate place as an excellent institution of higher learning. Of course, it'll be fun for me as well, as I believe some of my family will be here, and it'll be an opportunity to showcase and have them introduce and meet people such as yourself and others who they've heard me talk about a lot, but for the most part haven't had a chance to meet. I'm hoping both my son and daughter will be here, as well as, of course, my wife, possibly even my brother as well, brother-in-law, and so I look forward to that as well. But the thing that's going to give me the most pride is to talk about how great UNO is, how there's a phenomenal legacy of leadership here, but that the future for this campus is bright, really bright.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for answering your questions. I think that answers a lot of questions, and thank you for your strong leadership.
Well, I want to take this opportunity to also thank you. You've been just a wonderful partner in this part of the academic year. I really look forward to it, and I know you're going to be incredibly successful in whatever career direction you choose to pursue. And I only hope that it's here in Omaha and that we can continue to work together. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank each of you to make this possible, and also to extend a very warm welcome to you at the time of the investiture. It is widely open to the public. We will do some live streaming as well. But I hope to have an opportunity to thank you and to personally congratulate you for making UNO a transformative place. And thanks for joining us today on this very special Maverick Minute.